Here we are back with some more P.I.T.T. Good old rippin' P.I.T.T. Sorry for the delay. Tons of fucking bullshit in the way, as usual. But here we are back with my favorite character. When I started this series, there was a book we opened up. You'll see where it finally fits in the series. Which means I actually missed a book as well. So you'll get the first book of the beginning of the series as well. P.I.T.T. A wooded area outside Hartford, Connecticut. Wham! Crash! Bang! Smash! Rip! P.I.T.T. is tearing into another enemy. Crack! Chow! Gives an uppercut and a hard left hand grabs his victim by the throat, lifts him towards the moon. Quag, why are you here? I thought Zoivod would have killed you by now. I wish he had, as much as I wish you would. Death is what you want? To die in battle at the hands of Creed's fallen prince would be a respectable exit. Zoivod denied me such a privilege. I have come to give you something. Zoivod assigned me that. Upon delivery, you would grant me my request. You journeyed across the stars this far for an honorable death? I will grant you nothing. We will see. Sometime after P.I.T.'s birth, the evil Kree ruler Zoivod had extracted specific DNA from P.I.T.'s brain, robbing him of any possible recollection of his sordid inception. The DNA was then converted into energy to store for future experiments. In this energy form, such memories can be reintroduced, but not without debilitating side effects. P.I.T.T. screams in pain as Quag injects him with his memories. Like a freakish private screening, the past unfolds. A different time, a different place. The planet Creed. Creed Imperial Stronghold. It wasn't the first time Zoid's slavish geneticists had toyed with human and alien DNA. It was the first time, however, they combined human DNA with that of Zoivod's himself. The experiment was volatile from the start. Accelerated growth made it impossible to predict metamorphic results. The subject's target mass was attained far ahead of schedule. It caught them unprepared and unequipped, in sharp contrast to their masters. These enslaved aliens were pacifists. The fight was left to the experts. Cree warriors, 8 foot tall, 600 pounds each, with the strength of 10 sumo wrestlers, specifically trained to search and destroy. In the past, their genetic lab duties had been limited to disposal and destruction of bodies. The one that hadn't survived the critical gestation phase. This time they had a live one. Squad 1, what is it? We have targeted the signal to subdeck. The subject is trapped in Form Quag. The subdeck walls had been reinforced, preventing subterranean attack. Roth, what is it, Quag? A hybrid has emerged from gestation. Are you sure it's a hybrid? I am certain. It clawed its way through to the subdeck, but we have it cornered. I'm on my way. Order the soldiers back off, if they value their lives. The message was relayed. The brigade, however, stood defiant. After all, they were 7 fully armed Cree warriors. The creature was alone, scarcely the size of one of them, hardly a threat. What they didn't know. Still then, they took no chances. Zap! Smack! Zitch! Pew! Zat! Laser beams all over the fucking place. Shot up poor Pitt like he was target practice. Yet the only apparent damage was epidural. He should be dead, the one soldier said that had the guts to come upon the heap. Pitt reached out, grabbed him by the wrist, crushed it like nothing. Then with his other hand, slashed the soldier's face off. Slash! Plutch! And tossed the soldier like he was nothing. And leaped up on the brigade to unleash his fury. They were not fast enough to pull the triggers on their weapons again. Zatch! Glutch! Pitt grasps onto the skull of one of his victims, ready to tear, ready to unleash. After he tears off his face, he brings a knee into his skull, freeing his hand to dig into another victim. and leaving his feet to tear into more victims. Slash! Glitch! I wish I could make true tearing sounds of meat and flesh. That's what this book needs. Greetings, brother. Out crops a laser staff. Pit is electrified. Shall I report this to Zoivod? Says Quag. Wroth. No! I am Zoivod's rightful heir. His attempts to create another hybrid son are doomed. I will see to that. Zoivod lifts up this little tiny husk of a tree and tears deep into its chest, tearing out its heart. Now inform Zoivod that the crossbred tests have failed due to complications, and clean up this mess. Quag followed Ross' orders implicitly, even blowing up the genetic lab to hide any evidence of a successful birth. As for the hybrid, there was only one place for him: the dumping grounds, the most desolate region of Cree, blanketed with treacherous chasms and limestone thorns. Something happened to the cadaver cargo en route, something Quag had not noticed till his arrival. The wounds are gone. The dead hybrid was alive. Oh, fuck. Once again. Quag's face is torn off. It is mandatory that Cree soldiers are never without weapons. Unfortunate for Quag, he shot the beast out of the dumping hole. That was then. This is now. The players are the same. Their paths have crossed on many occasions since, but this time things have changed. The location, the motivation. And P.I.T.T himself. The force flashback injected by Quag triggered more than just memories. Much, much more. They triggered P.I.T.'s true beast. Oh, baby. Separation credits. Random sketches. I want to try and get all 3 books into this video. So you guys will have to pause the pit stop. The wonderful fan art. Pitt versus Hulk. What is that? Oh shit! I thought that was like a Build-A-Figure for a second. Canadian National Expo '96. He was quite the star, I suppose, eh? I know I wanted to meet him. Now, let's see where we end up in the story. Oh, there's the beginning. So here's our continuation. Pitt continues. The birthplace, the planet Kree. It was here that he first experienced betrayal, cast into the dark chasm from which he had once from which none had escaped before. For what seemed like an eternity he fell, until finally the bottom reached out and embraced him. Cold, damp limestone and the taste of his own blood, not not that reception one would expect for a newborn prince. But thanks to nearly invulnerable tissue and supernatural healing factor, he was alive. Same couldn't be said for those who had arrived before him. Failed experiments, thrown out like household trash. It would take him quite some time to reach the surface, but this was far from a place of the living, a place for the living. Zoidblad chose to meld his DNA with that of a human, creating this specialized hybrid. One with physical attributes of a god and the mind bestowed upon with a human. Good and bad. Before Pitt lays a dead quag. The Agent Kree warrior sealed his fate when he confronted Pitt here on Earth, changing the hunted into the hunter. And for Quag's own twisted reasons, this is what he wanted. This encounter triggered a psychological transformation. I read that backwards. I do every time. And then we get all into this. Timmy and Grandpa. Grandpa consoles Timmy. Some more of Reiki in the business show. Pursued by the rising sun, driven by an unshakable determination, Pitt forges northwest, oblivious to the fact he isn't alone. He's being targeted. Alright, that's 10 points, confirmed hit. He's going down. A nearby farmyard. The boys are finishing up their work. Just a little more grain to haul. Until boom! into their lives, a hell of a mess has fallen. What do you think it is? A meteor? I don't know, but PU, I didn't need it. PU, that didn't need to get turned up. Hey, it's moving. It's some kind of man. Arrgh. Okay, we're gonna just back away now. Boom! Shit ton of flying robots. Nice one, Jimmy. We're not supposed to use our real names, Kevin. Oops, I mean Red Dog. M15 upgraded, completely remote tracker killers with enough firepower to take out an entire battalion. And maybe one lone warrior. Guys, check it out. Hold still. I'll get him. P.I.T.T latches on to one of the drones. No, wait, he's... and leaps away as it's fired upon. Don't! Oh, wow, man. You toasted Jimmy. Okay, now. He's on me. Nobody shoot. P.I.T.T latches on to another drone. And all of a sudden... electrocuted again. And brought to the ground. Cool. What was that? It's a supercharged force field. Only problem is you can't shoot while it's on. Who cares? It's time to finish this game. Then Reiki, they're on their way to a shadow base. She picks up Saurus. Man, you really zapped him. Check it out. Maybe we still get points if we keep shooting them. Pull! More shooting occurs. Everyone's taking their turn. I've seen enough. The farmer takes his truckload, which would have paid for a new piece of farm equipment. Instead, it adds momentum. Kabam! Into the drones, the grain truck flows. For its newfound purpose, it is found. What the heck was that? Trucks and tractors in an alien hunting game? Hey Murray, we're in business again. Woohoo! P.I.T.T begins to tear into these drones. His anger is building. With swift precision, P.I.T.T goes for the sure kill. For all he knows, these are man machines. It makes no difference to him. There is no humanity here. Just the compulsion to destroy anything that gets in his way. Do 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 do. New York City. Reiki's on her way to the think tank laboratories. Her and Saurus touch down, make their way through dead offices and hallways to find the VR room. Source, do you hear that? What? Sounds like kids. Follow me, Kev. I'm going after the farmer. Oh my god. They think they're playing a game. Say, make me the best OP, Kev. Let's nail these guys. But I think that truck knocked out my defenses. Pitt reaches up and grabs one of the drones before I could reach the farmer. Oh no! Looks like I'm the winner of this stupid game. As the drone is about to smash its arm down on this poor helpless farmer, and Pitt has jumped away from the battle. Hey, what happened? I'm just about to win. Isn't this a school day, boys? These are the bad people. You're in for it now, lady. We're supposed to be doing this. Oh. Ow. We're supposed to be doing this. I think your parents will be interested to hear of your whereabouts. We should be expecting company any time now, Cyrus. Who are these interlopers? They're Axion, sir. I'm afraid the amount of energy required to power our signal must have tripped them off. We were warned of this, sir. Shall I send security? No, let them return the children to their homes. No one will believe them anyways. Oh, great. What's that now? You say they were operated by remote? Yes. By 11-year-old nonetheless. Simon says Envy and Saurus was delivering them to their families as we speak. Apparently, they were lied to think tank labs under the pretense that they'd be testing a state-of-the-art video game. Very realistic. The kids had no idea they were fighting an actual battle. Maybe you can tell me what's going on here? That's what we're trying to figure out. Do you know which way the survivor of the battle went? Northwest. And he's in a hell of a hurry too. Where do you think he's going, Reiki? The real question is not where is Shiro, but why? Northwest coast of Canada. The stretch is no longer stranger to black. This stretch is no stranger to Black Death. It usually presents itself in a pod of stranded killer whales or vicious ebony sludge coating that suffocates its victims. But never have these beaches given way to anything so dark, so vile, so wroth. Letters. Letters. Letters and artwork. Ooh, Bane and Batman. Ooh, today's Vampirella. Hit number 3. Now, to the beginning of the story. Alright, Pit Madness. New York City, 3 a.m. The Vipers Detroit chapters making their rounds. New York City and Vipers from Detroit. I'm already confused. It's Milk Run. You get your kickers where you can. What the fuck? Do you see what I see? Fight and flight. Is this guy for real? Hey, where's the spandex, pal? Bring him down, Brick. Wow, these guys don't even ask questions. Already out to beat down a naked dude. Fucking Terminator-esque. Pitt just strides on in. Crack with a mace. Smack with a baseball bat. Oh, they've drawn blood. Motherfucker. Holy shit, he's still standing. My old man always said, finish what you start. Oof. Pitt grabs him by the face. He's had enough abuse. Swap. Swack. Quash. Crunch. Pitt smashes him into the ground. Snick. Somebody's pulling a knife. Gotta get him from behind and save his brothers. But Pitt sensed something. So quick, spun around and smack. Right in the fucking head. Whop. Sorry it took so long to figure out where to put a fucking spotlight. So you didn't get so much shine. But could see. Pitt grabs 2 of the motorcycles out of the herd that's on their way towards him. Smashes them together. Throws them up in the air, disturbing the herd. Somebody pulls a gun. Pulls the trigger. Say hello to my little friend. Chat, choom, boom. Ah! Damn super freaks. You know, New York's used to be such a nice place to visit. Pitt begins to raise from his wound. I think you missed him, man. Nail him again. I'm reloading. Come on. Shoot him. Pitt looks at his own blood. And that just fuels him. Pain fuels our Pitt. Roar! Little Timmy is scared awake. I would be too. Connecticut. Timmy bolts out of bed. Is this night ever going to end? Jumpin' Jesus! Are you alright, lad? It was like a nightmare, Grandpa, but it was real. It happened, and it's still happening now. I'm scared, Grandpa. I wish Mom and Dad were here. We've had a hell of a night, son. We're lucky just to be alive now. We can't bring your parents back. But still, for each other, but we're still here, got each other. Grandpa doesn't understand. Timmy reflects. What say we raid the kitchen for some nice cocoa? That'll calm us down. I might. Grandpa, I don't think things will ever be the same again. Elsewhere. Yeah, and it goes on to say Zappa. It's groaning Elvis. Go figure. You read too much, Johnson. Heads up, ladies. This is Detective Bobby Harris. The case has been bumped up to homicide. As of 2:30 a.m. this morning, one of the gang members died. Harris here will be assigned to the subway case. Hey, that's my case. It's not your case, Smithers. It's NYPD's case. And Harris is your new partner. I'm Philip Johnson. And you can call me Phil. And those photos of the incident, that's what I was told. They're in a sealed envelope, marked confidential. Thanks for picking them up on your way to the station, Harris. I'll fill you in while we look over the shots. Okay, here's where it's at. 3 pedestrians were attacked by a gang of neo-Nazis. The incident occurred in a subway car in transit. According to the witnesses, a third party entered, or shall we say materialized from out of nowhere. Shut up, Smithers. New partner? Now, did he get photos of this? They were lifted from a bank machine video camera in the subway. Get out of town. I feel some serious overtime coming up. What do you think we're dealing with, Captain? Too big to be human? We could say Youngblood. No, I don't recognize him from any of these releases. We'll need a crime scene cross-reference. Harris, Smithers, take the pictures and link up with forensics at the crime scene. I'll drive. And let's keep a lid on it. The press will be short-stroking this all over the place. Short-stroking this. That was unnecessary. Your actions are way barbaric at best. Kill or be killed. You are capable of withstanding their attacks without retaliation. We must we must use discretion. I will not retreat from battle. I am a warrior. You are an assassin. Remember? Remember the lessons? Sheer if the given species is not functioning in harmony with itself, how might that same species affect a positive change? The only true enemy is ignorance. By de- by recognizing that the conflicts of the exterior world are a direct reflection of their own personal conflict. Sheer, I am unable to elevate the crystal without conscious effort. No. What is it, Sheer? How did they avoid detection? What, Sheer? Thoom! The Creed! Jerb, get back! Break, sound the alarm! Breach, sound the alarm! Our crime spreading too much light throughout the universe. Zoot, 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 zoot. Shots everywhere. Our sentence, death. Enough. Enough. Your words assault me. Very well. It is time to come full circle. You are at war with this planet, Pit. As a matter of fact, we may end up playing an important role in its salvation. Times Square Station. Mask this area off and we'll get some more tape down there. How long do you plan to hold the subway car in limbo, Sarge? As long as it takes to get the job done. Just got a problem with that. You got a problem with that? Yeah, I got a problem with that. This car is due in Coney Island 3 hours ago. This really throws a fuck into my day. Holy shit. What kind of torque would it take to yank these steel poles apart? A ball peen hammer would do it, or an axe. 17 years of force on the force, and I've never seen anything like this. Whoever or whatever did this went through objects rather than around them. It's one of those super types. It's gotta be. It could be they seem to be falling up. Seems to me they're plopping up all over the place. You guys making any progress in there? I've got a huge report to fill out, gentlemen, if you'll excuse me. The latest photos ought to be arriving soon. Let's grab a coffee real quick. Yeah, coffee. Coffee! Oh, materialization's happening. Outside. You know, my last partner used to be jealous because I used to get all the chicks. I guess that won't be a problem with you, Harris, unless you go in for that kind of action. If so, maybe we could. Smithers, you have been an asshole all your life, or is it just a recent development? Gunfire. Blap, 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 blap. Dispatch, this is Detective Jack Smithers. Shots fired, subway platform. Times Square, 42nd and 7th. Request backup. Blam, blam, blam. What's happening on the platform? Run for your life. We're all doomed. Whap. Jesus. Just sit tight, Harris. Back up. We'll be here. Backup will be here any second. Are you on P.I.T.T? This could be civilians down there, Smithers. Come on, let's not shake it up. Freeze! Put your hands above your head. A cyborg and his minions stand before them. Dispatch, this is Jack Smithers. Now about that backup. Next issue, Dead or Alive. Original art